Welcome. This is a recap of the February 27th City Council work session and meeting. We began this evening with a work session with 2 items of business. The first is we heard a review from our Human Rights Commission, who we like to hear from at least once a year on the happenings of that commission. And we had 2 members in tonight to discuss that with us. They went over some of the items that took place in 2022. They then went over the 2023 work plan, broken down by quarter. It's very organized, and they have very intentional as to what needs to be done at certain times to make sure things get accomplished. So we thank the members of the Human Rights Commission. The second item on the work session was to hear a department head report, and this week it was from our police department. Captain Andy Morgan led the discussion tonight. He talked about the restructuring of the department, the number of calls and actions by different areas, so that we can compare things longitudinally. Winter parking enforcement. He talked about a number of things, but these are some of the highlights. Blight investigations, for example. There were 93 blight investigations last year, and rather than give citations, we try to have people get into compliance. So of those 93, 84 people complied with the blight ordinance, and there were only 9 citations last year. Of the other items, I took most interest in the training. Our police department had 1,350 hours of training in 2022, which is an average of 71 per officer. The state requires 48 hours over a 3-year period. So we're doing more than that in one. So we commend our police department for understanding that in today's day and age, the more training they can get in specific areas, the better. And we appreciate the efforts they've gone to do that. We moved on to the regular meeting at 5 o'clock. Had a few council reports and a consent agenda with a few items, including agreeing to have a fireworks display again on July 4th, like we've done in the past, and a few other items. Then the regular agenda, we had two main items, and those were we considered the retirement of the Chief of Police, Steve Schaar, later this summer, and we directed staff to initiate interviews for the position of Chief of Police. So we are going to have 2 individuals, our captains, interviewing on March 8th, and then hopefully by the next council we'll have a decision made and appoint an incoming police chief. We want to thank Chief Schaar for his years, 27 years in Grand Rapids in law enforcement. We moved on to appoint members to boards and commissions. We appointed a member to the Golf Board, 2 members to the Human Rights Commission, 4 to the Planning Commission, and 1 to the Public Utilities Commission. We always thank our citizens who are willing to serve their time and donate their energy to these commissions and boards. And with that, we still have an opening for 1 member on the Human Rights Commission and 1 member on the Golf Board. If any of the viewing audience is interested in that, we certainly welcome people to apply for that. Just contact City Hall. With that, we meet again in 2 weeks. March 13th is our next scheduled meeting, and hopefully we'll have some warm couple weeks in between now and then. Thank you.